Chapter 17. Not more than meets the eye. Hyunki ran after Riel, who was sobbing furiously. She never felt more than disgusted for seeing her man with another woman in just a second. When Hyunki entered the room, he was thrown with pillows, and Riel kept throwing things at him, whatever came to her sight, while Hyunki was doing his best not to get hit while coming closer to Riel. He embraced her so tight to comfort her, but Riel was fighting to get loose. "How dare you, Hyun? Was it so easy for you to replace me with another woman, after what you've done? You didn't even feel remorse for your actions." Hyunki never loses his grip on Riel, trying to calm her down. Then Hyunki quickly let go of Riel. She hurt him with her spoken words and turned the blame on her angrily. "You are so selfish. Riel, you can only see about yourself. How you felt, how wrong you were treated. But how about me? Riel, have you seen nor felt how I feel for you? Have you ever felt how to be turned down at that minute when I needed you? We are now in a relationship, and it is expected that this will happen." He spoke with hurt emotions controlling his pain. Riel can't believe what she is hearing. She realized how self-centered he was, controlling and crushing. He has no consideration for others' feelings, leaving the burden on her without guilt. "So, you mean you can have your cake and eat it too, right? You have no respect. You are an example of a pervert." In silence from both, Hyunki sat on the bed with his face in his hands. Then, Riel spoke her heart out. "Have you considered me as your girlfriend, Hyun? Ki, you told me that you had never been serious with women you had relationships with until you met me. You said that your feelings for me were so different that it was new and strange that I became so special to you. You said you will to love, protect, and stand by me, but now, where did all these come from? Just mere words coming from your mouth but not from your heart? You just spoke these words to make me fall for you. Is that it?" Hyunki was startled and realized that he had wronged Riel so much and never thought he had gone too far. "I am so sorry for everything that I said. I am taking back all that pain I have caused you. Yes, I admit, I was so greedy that I never even considered the woman I fell in love with as you. I was only thinking of myself, of that desire that you might also want. I forgot that you are not the same as those women involved with me. Please, Riel, forgive me." He went close to Riel and embraced her. His emotions were overwhelming, intensified by guilt that outmatched his ability to manage them. Riel felt his sincerity, and she cried a lot, wanting to love and trust him again, but she had these misgivings where her insecurities seemed to defeat her. Would she give him another chance? Would she let this slide and give him another try? Will she not regret this? All these were running through her head, but she refrained from entertaining these thoughts because they might only stand as a stumbling block on their way to building a good relationship. "I won't expect any promises from you anymore, Hyun. I don't want to be hurt because of my expectations, but I have some conditions for you." She firmly dropped her words. "Whatever those conditions are, I am willing to comply. Make me love you, and let us get back together again. Losing you will make me crazy," Riel Hyunki firmly requested. Riel observed Hyunki closely, searching the contents of his thoughts, his heart, and because her love for him prevailed, she fully accepted his whole being, be it bad or good. "I don't want anyone in the office to know of our relationship. Let us be discreet. I don't want to be the center of gossip or intrigue. I don't want to be misinterpreted or called a bitch or a snitch. You know what I mean, right? You can never hold me or put your arms around me in the presence of anyone. You can never send me flowers as you used to. We can only be us usually when we are alone together," concluded Riel. Hyunki wanted to oppose those conditions, but he ultimately thought of winning her heart and trust. "Those conditions were absurd, Riel, but we'll work on it," he remarked in humbling acceptance. Hyunki asked Riel if they could grab some dinner before they leave for the airport. Riel agreed. They fixed themselves to look presentable and went down to the restaurant. The couple were quiet during their dinner. Not a single word was spoken between them. Before they end their dinner, Hyunki called Ben and instructed him meet them at the airport to pick up his car and bring it home. They will now have time to return home, for it's getting late. He then called Junie, his driver in Manila, reminded him of their scheduled pickup at the airport tonight. Then they immediately proceeded with their boarding. Their flight landed almost midnight, and Hyunki was hesitant about bringing Riel to her house. "How about staying at my house as a guest because it's already in the wee hours, and I am sure your family is deep asleep by this hour. And don't fear, we have plenty of rooms. And I can ask my housemaids to prepare a room for you." And even before Riel can reply, Hyunki was already on the phone instructing the housemaids to fix a room for Riel. "It's funny, it's already dawn, and you wake up your maids to prepare a room for me? Isn't that ridiculous? Hyunki gave her a coy smile and said, if I'll let you sleep in my room, in my bed, don't you think you'll put me in a bad light again? Avoiding her glance, looking straight at a space, Riel just smiled in silence. They arrived, and the maids were waiting by the living room entrance. You can go back to your rooms, and thank you. And by the way, inform Linda to prepare a delicious and tasteful breakfast, for I have an exceptional guest. And by the way, is my little sister Sumi in bed already? Or is she out partying again? Added Hyunki. She was already home since this afternoon, sir, answered one of the maids. Hyunki led Riel to her bedroom next to him. He opened the door, and the lights were already open, showing the size of the room adorned by glass windows, just like her room back in the guest house. If you need anything, let me know. Either you knock on my door or text me. Okay. Then he kissed her forehead, saying, good night, sweetheart. Riel was full of fondness for Hyunki, and in a dreamy mood. She lay down on the bed but was suddenly startled when she realized she had nothing more than fresh clothes to change in. She was at a loss and could not think, would he disturb Hyunki or sleep on these clothes? But how about tomorrow? Then earned her courage and knocked on Hyunki's door. She tapped slowly and heard Hyunki move. He opened his door with a big bright smile as if expecting the unexpected. Riel whispered so she would not cause noise, I have no more fresh clothes to change in, Hyun. Everything is already used up and soiled. Hyunki stood by the door, thinking, I cannot rouse my sister to wake up at this wee hour, so the best thing we can do is find something that may fit you in my wardrobe. He held her hand and brought her inside the walk-in closet. She was surprised he neatly arranged his closet. Each set of clothes has its section, from hangers to folded, from suits to polo shirts, from pants to t-shirts, and then there are also an array of folded clothes, and this is where they both look for Riel to wear. Hyunki sized her up for a pajama. It was black, soft, and silky smooth long-sleeved clothing, and for tomorrow's outfit, she wore a light blue t-shirt to pair with her denim shorts. Riel looked at it closely and was satisfied. As she was about to walk away, Hyunki pulled her over and kissed her so tight that Riel gasped for breath. I love you. Good night, my sweetheart, he whispered, caressing her face gently as their eyes locked to stare at each other. Good night too, my love. Sweet dreams. I love you too, she reiterated. Riel and Hyunki fell in love at last. But for how long can they keep their affair secret?